Nearly 500 years before the voyages of Christopher Columbus and John Cabot, Vikings explored and established a colony in North America, which they named Vinland. Around 1000 AD, Leif Eriksson voyaged west across the Atlantic Ocean and landed in what is now known as Newfoundland. The Icelandic Norseman named the area of North America he landed in Vinland for the grapes or currants he found there. He established the Vinland settlement with other Norse. The main sources of information about the Norse voyages to Vinland are two Icelandic sagas, the Saga of Erik the Red and the Saga of the Greenlanders, which are known collectively as the Vinland Sagas. These stories were preserved by oral tradition until they were written down some 250 years after the events they describe. The sagas report that a considerable number of Vikings were in parties that visited Vinland. Thorfinn Karlsefni's crew consisted of 140 or 160 people according to the Saga of Erik the Red, 60 according to the Saga of the Greenlanders. Still, according to the latter, Leif Eriksson led a company of 35, Thorvald Eriksson a company of 30, and Helgi and Finnbogi had 30 crew members. The main resources that the people of Vinland relied on were wheat, berries, wine, and fish. However, the wheat in the Vinlandic context is sandwort and not traditional wheat, and the grapes mentioned are native North American grapes. Both the sagas reference a river and a lake that had an abundance of fish. The sagas specifically mention salmon, and note how the salmon that was encountered was larger than any salmon they had seen before. Before arriving in Vinland, the Norsemen in Greenland imported their lumber from Norway and had occasional birch trees for firewood. Therefore, the timber they acquired in North America increased the supply of wood available to the Greenland settlements, and is a reason for establishing a permanent settlement in North America. It is unclear exactly when or why the Vinland settlement was abandoned, but less than 100 years after its establishment, Vinland was abandoned. Historians and archaeologists theorize a combination of harsh living conditions, very long distances to other Viking settlements in Greenland, and hostilities with the Native Americans all contributed to the abandonment of Vinland. In the years after its probable abandonment, there would be several attempts by Norse sailors to reach Vinland, but none returned, or their accounts haven't survived. No written records other than inscribed stones have survived in Greenland, so the next reference to a voyage also comes from Icelandic chronicles. In 1121, Icelandic bishop Erik Knupsson, who had been based on Greenland since 1112, went to seek Vinland. Nothing more is reported of him, and 3 years later, another bishop, Arnold, was sent to Greenland. In 1960, archaeological evidence and proof of Vinland as the only known Norse site in North America, Lons o Meadows, was found on the northern tip of the island of Newfoundland. Before the discovery of archaeological evidence, Vinland was known only from the sagas and medieval historiography. The 1960 discovery further proved the pre-Columbian Norse arrived and exploration of mainland North America. The Vinland settlement is truly remarkable and is further testament to the exploration and ingenuity of the Viking explorers.